The stars had always called to humanity. For centuries, people looked up at the night sky, dreaming of what lay beyond. Now, after years of struggle and slow progress, humanity stood on the brink of something incredible. A breakthrough was coming, one that would change everything. Deep inside a high-tech research facility, a team of scientists worked tirelessly. Their mission, to perfect the first true faster-than-light, FTL, drive. Previous attempts had failed, but this time, the lead engineer, a man named David, felt a quiet confidence. The equations checked out. The simulations were flawless. Now, it was time for the real test. In the control room, tension filled the air. Screens displayed streams of data, and engineers monitored every system. The director, a woman named Lisa, stood with her arms crossed, watching the countdown. "All systems green," David announced. "The drive is ready." The test ship, a small but advanced vessel named Pioneer, sat on the launch pad. Unlike traditional rockets, it didn't need massive fuel tanks or fiery liftoffs. The FTL drive worked on a new principle, bending space itself. "Initiate sequence," Lisa ordered. A low hum filled the facility as the drive powered up. The air around the Pioneer shimmered, as if reality itself was bending. Then, in a flash of light, the ship vanished. Silence. For a moment, no one breathed. Then, the comms crackled to life. "Pioneer to base," the pilot's voice came through, steady but excited. "We did it. We're in the Alpha Centauri system." The room erupted in cheers. Humanity had just taken its biggest leap yet. The stars were no longer out of reach. But this was only the beginning. News of the successful FTL test spread like wildfire. Governments, corporations, and ordinary people across Earth celebrated. For the first time in history, humanity could travel between stars in moments, not lifetimes. The Pioneer's jump to Alpha Centauri proved it was possible. Now, the real work began. The United Earth Space Agency, UESA, wasted no time. Within weeks, plans were drawn up for the first manned mission to Proxima Centauri b, a potentially habitable planet. A larger ship, the Odyssey, was built, equipped with the new FTL drive, advanced life support, and a crew of 6. Captain Mark Harris, a veteran astronaut, was chosen to lead the mission. Alongside him were Dr. Elena Petrov, an exobiologist, engineer Raj Patel, pilot Julia Carter, systems specialist Luis Mendez, and communications officer Naomi Okoye. Their mission: survey the planet and determine if it could support human life. As the Odyssey prepared for launch, the world watched. Billions tuned in as the ship's engines hummed to life. The FTL drive activated, space warped around the vessel, and, just like the Pioneer, it vanished in a ripple of light. Seconds later, the ship arrived at the edge of the Proxima Centauri system. The crew stared in awe at the red dwarf star glowing before them. Proxima Centauri b hung in the distance, a blue-green orb bathed in dim crimson light. "This is it," Captain Harris said. "Humanity's first steps onto another world outside our solar system." The Odyssey descended toward the planet, sensors scanning for atmosphere, temperature, and signs of life. Initial readings were promising: oxygen, liquid water, and stable temperatures. But as they neared the surface, something unexpected appeared. Their scanners detected artificial structures. The Odyssey hovered above the alien structures, its sensors mapping the ruins below. Towering spires of an unknown metallic alloy jutted from the planet's surface, worn by time but still standing. The crew exchanged glances. This was no natural formation. Someone, or something, had built this. "Mission Control, do you see this?" Captain Harris transmitted, his voice tight with excitement. Static crackled before the reply came. "Confirmed, Odyssey. Proceed with caution. Record everything." The team suited up and descended in a landing pod. As their boots touched the alien soil, Dr. Petrov immediately scanned the air. "Breathable," she announced in disbelief. "Nitrogen-oxygen mix, almost like Earth's. This shouldn't be possible." Patel ran a hand along one of the structures. "This metal, it's repairing itself." Tiny, almost imperceptible movements shimmered across the surface, like microscopic robots at work. Before they could investigate further, a low hum filled the air. The ground trembled slightly, and from behind a crumbling archway, a figure emerged. Tall and slender, with smooth, grayish skin and large, dark eyes, the being regarded them silently. Its elongated fingers moved in slow, deliberate gestures. Naomi, the communications officer, slowly raised a hand in greeting. "We come in peace." The alien tilted its head, then emitted a series of melodic tones. A small device on its wrist projected holographic symbols into the air, mathematical equations, star maps, and what looked like language. "It's trying to communicate," Luis whispered. Before they could react further, the sky darkened. A massive shadow passed overhead, a ship, but unlike anything human engineering could create. Sleek and jagged, it moved without sound. The alien's demeanor shifted. Its eyes widened, and it gestured urgently toward the ruins. A warning. Captain Harris didn't hesitate. "Back to the pod. Now." As they ran, the ground shook violently. Behind them, the ruins began to glow, an energy surge building beneath their feet. The alien vanished into the structures just as the Odyssey's alarms blared over the comms. "Unidentified vessels approaching. Multiple signatures, they're surrounding us." Humanity had taken its first leap into the stars. Now, they were about to learn the universe was far more dangerous than they ever imagined. The Odyssey's engines roared as it broke orbit, pursued by 3 sleek alien vessels. Captain Harris gripped his chair as the ship shuddered under enemy fire. "Evasive maneuvers. Get us out of here." Julia Carter's hands flew across the controls, weaving the ship through a storm of plasma bolts. "FTL drive is damaged, we can't jump," she shouted. Luis Mendez frantically scanned the alien ships. "Their weapons are energy-based, but our hull can take a few more hits. We need to lose them in the planet's radiation belt." The Odyssey dove toward Proxima Centauri B's upper atmosphere, its shields flaring as superheated plasma licked at its hull. The pursuing ships hesitated, whether from caution or some unknown limitation, it bought the crew precious seconds. Dr. Petrov analyzed the ruins' data. Those structures weren't just buildings, they were a power source. "And I think we activated something." A holographic projection flickered to life, showing a star map with a pulsing beacon near an uncharted system. Naomi Okoye's eyes widened. "It's a distress signal, or a warning." Suddenly, the alien ships broke off their pursuit. A massive energy surge erupted from the planet's surface, forming a swirling rift in space. The unknown gray alien's voice crackled through the comms, not in words, but in perfect binary code. Patel decoded it instantly. "Its coordinates. And, a message, they are coming. Run." Before anyone could react, the rift exploded outward. Dozens of jagged, obsidian-black ships poured through, an armada unlike anything humanity had ever seen. Captain Harris made a split-second decision. "Julia, get that FTL drive online, now." With a desperate override, the Odyssey's warp engine sputtered to life. Space bent around them as the alien fleet opened fire. The last thing they saw before vanishing into FTL was the gray alien's ship darting into the rift, and the dark armada giving chase. The Odyssey tumbled out of FTL space in a shower of sparks, its systems flickering. Alarms blared as emergency lights bathed the crew in crimson. They were stranded, deep in uncharted space, far from any known star system. Captain Harris unbuckled himself from his harness, his voice steady but urgent. "Damage report. Now." Julia scanned the controls, her face grim. FTL drive is offline. Engines at 40%. Life support stable, but we're leaking fuel. Louise pulled up a star chart, frowning. We're not on any human map. But those readings match the coordinates the alien sent us. On the view screen, a strange structure loomed, a colossal ring-shaped station, ancient and silent, drifting in the void. Its surface was covered in the same self-repairing metal they'd seen on Proxima Centauri b. Dr. Petrov leaned forward. It's a relay, or a gateway. This must be what the ruins were pointing to. A sudden energy surge from the station made the crew flinch. A beam of light lanced out, scanning the Odyssey's hull. Then, a voice, mechanical, yet eerily human, crackled over the comms. Identify, species designation. Authorization required. The crew exchanged glances. Naomi hesitated, then responded. We are humans, from Earth. We come in peace. A pause. Then, the station's lights flared to life. Authorization confirmed. Welcome, inheritors. A docking port opened, pulling the Odyssey inside with an invisible force. The crew watched in stunned silence as the station's interior revealed itself, a vast archive, filled with holographic records of countless civilizations. At its center stood a hologram of the gray alien they'd encountered. It spoke, its voice translated through the station's systems. You have awakened the gateway. The war never ended. And now, they know you exist. The holographic alien's words hung heavy in the air as the crew processed the revelation. Captain Harris stepped forward. What war? Who are they? The alien's image flickered, its elongated fingers manipulating unseen controls. The station walls dissolved into a star map, showing galaxies locked in conflict. The Devourers, the alien intoned. A machine plague that consumes civilizations. We built these gateways to escape them, to preserve knowledge. But they always follow. Dr. Petrov examined the records flashing across the screens. These dates, this war lasted millions of years. And these gateways, they're not just relays. They're arcs. A sudden tremor rocked the station. Alarms blared as the external sensors activated, revealing 3 black ships emerging from a rift, the same Obsidian fleet that had pursued them from Proxima Centauri. They have traced your FTL signature, the alien warned. The gateway can send you home, but you must go now. Julia's hands flew across the Odyssey's controls. Engines are still damaged. We can't outrun them. The alien's hologram gestured, and a new schematic appeared, an energy matrix matching humanity's FTL design. Your drive was no accident. It was based on gateway technology, seeded in your system long ago. You were meant to find us when ready. Louise connected the dots first. That's why the station recognized us. We're the inheritors. But inherit what? The alien's eyes gleamed. The last weapon against the Devourers. The key to stopping them is human DNA. Before anyone could react, the station's systems activated autonomously. The Odyssey was enveloped in a blue energy field as the gateway powered up. Tell your species to prepare, the alien urged as the crew's vision whited out. The Devourers are coming for Earth next. The Odyssey reappeared in Earth's orbit with a flash of blue light. But something was wrong. Mission Control, this is Odyssey, do you copy? Captain Harris called. Static hissed in reply. Below them, Earth's night side glittered with thousands of new orbital platforms, massive shipyards, defense grids, and unfamiliar spacecraft. Julia checked the date. That's impossible, we've only been gone days. The comms crackled to life. Odyssey, this is United Earth Defense. Identify immediately. The voice was tense, armed. Harris exchanged glances with his crew. This is Captain Harris of the Odyssey. We need to speak to the president. Now. 3 hours later, emergency global assembly. The crew stood before Earth's leaders in a holographic chamber, their story sending shockwaves through the room. The Devourers are real, Dr. Petrov stated, projecting the aliens' data. And they're coming. That fleet we saw? Just scouts. The main force could be here within months. The Chinese delegate leaned forward. And you claim human DNA is somehow the key to stopping them? Patel nodded. The gatekeepers engineered our evolution. Our neural plasticity, our adaptability, it's a weapon against the Devourers' machine logic. As debates erupted, the US president silenced the room. It doesn't matter why. What matters is that right now, in orbit, we have 6 experimental FTL warships and half-built defenses. Will that be enough? Naomi accessed the alien database. No. But this might. She displayed schematics, a planetary shield network based on the gateway tech. We can build it, if every nation shares resources. A tense silence followed. Then, one by one, every leader activated their approval lights. 8 weeks later, Earth's orbit. The sky burned with activity. Thousands of construction drones swarmed as the first shield generator came online. The Odyssey, now retrofitted with hybrid alien-human weapons, led Earth's fledgling fleet in drills. Harris watched the stars from the bridge. Do you think we'll be ready? Julia smirked. Ready or not, they're coming. A proximity alarm blared. At the edge of the solar system, a rift tore open, 100 black ships emerging. But this time, Earth's orbitals lit up in response. Cities locked down under shimmering domes. Railguns charged. And deep underground, scientists activated the first prototype based on human neural networks, a weapon the Devourers could never predict. Harris gripped his chair. All hands, welcome to the war that will define our species. As the first shots flared across the void, one truth became clear. Humanity's greatest leap wasn't reaching the stars. It was proving we deserved to keep them.